without you. 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 Without you.
On veut devenir noble en faisant un entrepreneur, move comme un sage. Sur mon grind, je suis jamais au chômage. J'ai le biz, ce n'est pas qu'une image. Ces rappeurs vivent une vie de mirage au fond d'une berline. Tout comme un président. Je suis artiste indépendant, t'inquiète, je suis un avant-gardiste, un visionnaire en avance sur son temps, on a un style insolent, hey.
BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Road J. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Road J. Mets du respect sur le V, tout est noir, j'ai lunettes tapées sur le nez. Le big au sun everyday sur ma nez, je suis refait dans les airs, sur les quais.
BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du wake avec EV. BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du wake avec EV. Hey, sur mon wrist, mais je wait, vois sur les drugs et je veux pas en civil.
Y'a ceux qu'on écoute et y'a ceux qu'on l'argent, puis y'a ceux qu'on la flemme. T'es natif de Chicoutimi. Me sors pas tes excuses bidon. T'assumes pas mais t'écoutes Evic. Yeah, tranche de bacon. Les médias mentent pour ça y'a pas de doute. Yeah. En vrai moi j'ai percé où y'avait pas de trou. Yeah. YouTube rap, sur quel pied je danse en vrai je sais pas. Je sais qu'à la base on me voit. Je mets des skate cars. Et 10 ans plus tard tous les 3 mois je suis au States. Ah, LA, beat.
The end.
5 4 aucun snap. Demain j'arrête si je veux. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Road J. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Road J. Mets du respect sur le V, tout est noir, j'ai lunettes.
Hello.
we've got whatever works, David. Thanks. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
And he makes the first.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
Here's Davis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Now, here's LeBron. Harden missing his last shot. Tipped away. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Covington. Harden with it. Now Green defending. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
Come get it, come get it.
Westbrook up top, James covering. Westbrook kicks to Harden. 6 to shoot. Westbrook against LeBron.
Well, how about the defensive instincts of McGee? I mean, it's so impressive. He's gifted at positioning himself and using his length to throw shooters off.
Rockets have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. The kick out to Westbrook for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Here is Harden. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectation. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Now here's Harden for 3. Westbrook hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Davis dishes to Green. LeBron outside. Pass to Davis. Back to LeBron. Over Harden. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis. LeBron's got 5 now. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Harden scanning the floor, and the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Waiters in for Green. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Danuel House.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Back to Waiters. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yes, yeah, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And he knocks down the first one.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for LeBron. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. Kicks it to Waiters. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. Great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now, here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, and McLemore's a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on his shot.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching the team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Howard, that's good.
Love the focus from Howard. So excellent at draining difficult shots over the defense.
Rockets trail by 6. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Raiders against Rivers. Pass to Clemens. There's the dish to Carroll. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And the athleticism always been NBA caliber. Carroll showing it off there with the finish.
Smith for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the first quarter.
Lakers.
14-6 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the... Russell Westbrook has surely disposition on the court, but he talks about the...
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays. And
well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
A aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
They've got Smith. Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets trail by 7. It's Rivers on the wing. The pass to Carroll. He kicks it to McLemore. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Clemens from outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And here are the Rockets now. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. That puts them in the lead. And the Rockets lead by 1.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. James checked in for the Lakers. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Daniel House comes in for McLemore. And it's Harden in for Austin Rivers.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Clemens, and the rejection by James.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Harden against Waiters. Harden, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Kuzma, that's good. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and a mentality of a small guy. We all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you can do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think AD could do it all.
Good explanation.
Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
Tucker can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 3. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Pass to Green. Over Morris. And it's Green missing.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easily than that.
And he gets the bucket. And now a 7-point Laker lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Tucker. Count it from 12. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one.
That mid-range jumper was Tucker's shot. When he was a young player, he's more about the 3 now, but not all the time.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for Markieff Morris. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Green in for Waiters. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
LeBron against Westbrook. Covington trying to break free. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Westbrook.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for P.J. Tucker. And McLemore subbed in for Danuel House. LeBron with the block. And he gets it back. And that one drops. Harden's got 5. Lakers leading by 3. The drive by James.
You give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Westbrook passes to McLemore. Carroll against Howard. Carroll kicks to McLemore. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. No good on the 3.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Caldwell-Pope dishes to Davis. Here's Howard. That one drops for him. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
No good on the shot. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
Yeah, tough team, you know.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. Shaq, what was... And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Here's Tucker. No good that time. Great D that time from Davis.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Harden can't hit.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And James throws it down.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's stolen by Green. Inside, McGee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G.A., I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided. They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Davis with it. Missed inside.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Harden the pass to Westbrook. Knocked away. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Westbrook drives in, and the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Davis against Covington. Here's Caruso. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
That makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Here's Westbrook. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession. If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Count that one. And it's 6 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And Caldwell-Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
The pass to Tucker. Lets it go from deep. Caruso grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And McGee kicks to Davis. Knocks down the 3-ball. Davis has got 15.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell-Pope. J.R. Smith's checked in for Green. And it's Waiters in for Alex Caruso. Here's Clemens. They kick it out to Green. The Rockets again can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact.
Here's Carroll, and the layup's good off the glass. Carroll's got his second basket of the night.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
And Waiters kicks to Smith. 3-pointer. And another 3 for the Lakers. And for Green.
May something.
Who is almost out of the league due to a heart condition. He's had a great career.
He has, Kevin. I mean, he's never been an all-star, but his production has never been lacking at any of his stops. I mean, lately, Green has been best as a leader for the second unit, who came up with a handful of scores every game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And it's Smith missing. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The shot by Carroll, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
A second chance effort, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. James checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switch here also for Houston. Tucker's checked in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Clemens, covered by LeBron. This one for 3. Rebounded by Howard.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling. Great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Clemens. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Markieff Morris. Dion Waiters is out there with Cook. And it's Smith. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And it's Cook with the ball for the Lakers. Here's Morris. Waiters trying to break free.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
We read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop
terrific.
these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with the Kings. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Feeds to Howard. Over McLemore. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dion Waiters. Pass to McLemore. From downtown. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Morris against Rivers. Takes it from 10.
And they've got to get back to what they were doing in that first half if they want to somehow win this game. The offense has gone stagnant.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell-Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Caboclo. Rivers dishes to McLemore. Back to Rivers. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Cook, the pass to McGee. Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Caruso. Back to Morris. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. The shot's good. Rivers has got 4 this quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track.
James, such a terrific interior score. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Now, here's Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it. He found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Davis.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Here's LeBron. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
On the wing, Harden. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. and that's a shame.
Passes to Green. Releases. Los Angeles with another miss. Now Harden. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better bet. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.